Welcome back to our episodes of Journey Towards Freedom. Previously, we were speaking about the brain, more the physical composition of the brain, the distinguish how it's built, right? The R complex, the limbic system, neocortex, this divide between left and right hemispheres, how they connect, how they are all responsible for higher order thinking, the logical capacity, and the more intuition, creativity. How our brain is more adaptive, can override itself, can change our programs, our thinking consciously and unconsciously. In this episode, I would like to focus and show you how we can use it to our advantage. How we can have this knowledge about our brain, about its adaptive abilities for our advantage, so that we are in the control and not controllers that are managing our brains and our behaviors. So, the child imitates their parents' environment up to a certain age. It just basically doesn't process it. It just takes what it is. Whatever a child sees, feels, and it writes it down in its subconscious. It creates, let's say, a program for this so that it can be used later. So anytime the child then encounters similar situation, similar experience, it just starts this program that was previously created in his mind and follows with it. It can be any type of the program, anytime, anything you want, from how to talk to parents, how to talk to strangers, how to play with other children, what are the rules of the game, how to, work with the forks, stuff like this. It's all based in the subconscious. All these programs are stored in the subconscious part of our mind. And these programs consist of our base operating system. It goes into subconscious and then it is stored for the first years of our lives. So now, in the adult life, we use the conscious brain is like 5% of our all actions. 5%. The 95% are done by the subconscious mind and the programs we have created during our early lives. When we were still a child, we didn't interpret whether the given program is good, bad, or not. We just see that this is how people interact with given situation. These are the pre-coded programs that you go on with after your life, after you become a more conscious being. Now, based on this, if you are a good parent, you can give your child the best programs possible to operate in your life. How to be a moral person, how to greatly operate, how to be confident. And on the other hand, when you are bad at parenting, the parents don't care for you, you have a lot of shitty programs installed in you, and you will have more troubles interacting with the real world in the future. So the people in power know this, and they really want to use this knowledge against you to throw shitty programs at you. They will create the environment for you, the environment in which you will develop more bad programs than good programs, so that your reactions will be more those of the slave than those of the free human being. And then you will have this program installed, so you will have this such life. You can blame this. Oh my God, this is everything happening thanks to my parents, thanks to the environment, the neighborhood I was living in. You come into the role of the victim. That's how it was. That's how I was made to be. It's unfair. That's how it is. It won't change. I was unlucky to be born here and there in this situation. But that's not true. That's not true. You can say, that's how parents raised me. That's my genes. I cannot do anything about this. Wrong, and wrong. You, thanks to this adaptive brain that is here, you can change. You can change your behavior. You can remove those programs that are bad for you, that are bad for your health, for your, own freedom, and replace them with something good. Of course, the more shitty programs you have, the more actions will be required by you, the more work will be required for you to take in order to replace them. But this is possible. If you work with this is possible. It is possible to change yourself, your programs, get rid of the bad ones and implement the good ones. Of course, it would be much easier, much easier if we were already pre-installed with the good programs. But as the world is now, that's not happening. It's not happening. We cannot we just receive the bad programming because that's how the mind controllers created the world for us. We have immorality on the daily basis. We have a lot of negativity happening in our lives. The parents don't even have time to care about us. We'll be speaking about each of these topics later in the series. So I won't be focusing too much on this right now. Those programs are stored in the subconscious mind. You are executing them without even thinking about this. Let's take example with driving a car. So when you first start learning a car, you basically focus on every aspect of the driving. Okay, I have to put my hand on the wheel. I have to change the gears. Yeah, left foot on the clutch, right foot on the gas, and I'm switching, trying to use the manual gear shift. Changes. Maybe it's a little bit easier with automatic, but still, you have to take care of the left, right. You have to check the road, everything, your surroundings. But the more you drive the car, be it month, half a year, then a year, few years, you will become more and more accustomed to this particular exercise, and you will stop thinking about this all the time. You may be going, for a few hours drive to another city or on a vacation, and you will be driving with someone, trying to speak with that person, and you arrive at your destination. And someone asks you, how was the ride? If they ask you about what were you talking about with your friend, with the person sitting next to you, you probably will understand it because you had to focus on this chat with that person. You will know that the topics you shared, your some kind of ideas. But if they ask you, how was the drive? What happened on the road? Most of the time, you will have no idea. You just ride there. I sometimes catch myself that I was driving for some amount of time, and I don't remember what exactly I did. I was just remembering the same road. I'm following the same road as I always do, and just happens automatically. I think about other things. I don't know, maybe I'm a grocery list. What I will be doing in the evening. Oh, there's a nice movie going on in the cinema. Maybe I should go and watch this. I have this stuff to do. And I don't focus with my conscious mind on the road. My subconscious mind taking care to. Telling mind to switch on my turn signal, to drive there. Had an accident so far. But I'm just driving the program. And we have thousands of such programs. Example, have that respect for the elderly people and that their knowledge is something worth for you to take. Doesn't matter that the world changed and their knowledge may be outdated. You still should respect them and take this knowledge because we are young, we know nothing, they are older than us, so they probably know better. Well, that's all the programs. Not all programs have to be negative, but everything is some kind of the program that you take and you execute this with or without consciousness. The mind controllers take great advantage of this feature of our brain, how we function as a human beings. Let's take a look at the subliminal information in all the in movies and advertisements. For example, just see in how many movies you can spot some cup of coffee, some kind of the cup of coffee here and there. It doesn't have to be in the foreground, it can be in the background. But try to focus on this. You can assert that more than more times than not, you will see the cup of coffee somewhere in the background, while this is not that important for a plot. Recently, I was even watching the movie, The Free Guy. It was about NPC breaking from chains, and the coffee was there. Coffee was there, almost everything. Oh, we have to discuss something. Why don't we go for a coffee? I wanna order. I wanna see how I'm developing as an NPC. Well, I'm now ordering a different kind of coffee. Coffee everywhere. This is to program you to crave for coffee. Yeah. Another example how our brain can be manipulated to think that something was our own decision and not scrupulously created by others is this series on Netflix called Magic for Humans, where they did a simple task for influencers. I will link the short video in the description. So they made a whole episode about influencers when they were entering some kind of the store, and they were just following, speaking about other things, and at the end they had to choose a thing and make photo of this thing in some kind of the background. And what was funny is that every of those influencers choose basically the same animal, and they took a picture in the same place, because it's going to detail to see how it was exactly done, but that's what they are using for us. Another program that I guess majority of people may have is sweet as a reward. When I personally I was a child, and I assume many more children also had this. You were receiving sweets only on some kind of special occasion. You did great in school, and achieved some kind of defeat. You had your birthday, or there was a Christmas party, and then you were allowed to eat some kind of the sweet. It was never that much. It was some kind of, so you felt that this is the reward. I achieved this sweets for doing something great, for achieving something. As an adult, we do great in the job. We go for a sweet. We did something amazing. For example, we're training, 3-4 times a week. We started to working out. Great, let's go for a sweet. Or maybe even replace the sweets with the alcohol. Doesn't matter, because you are now an adult. You can drink alcohol for this, and this is your reward system, your dopamine stuff that is kicking in. Smell is another great way to manipulate people. All fast foods are using this. They will try to create the smell that will make your mouth run water. You want a hamburger, for example, or fries. McDonald's had a whole researches about the smell and how to best attract customers based on the smell from the restaurant. You may not even feel that much hungry, but smell the McDonald's, for example, the fries from McDonald's. Well, you can now have a craving for the hamburger from there. Smell is important. Yeah. Shops also do this for the grocery stores. You go into the grocery store, they put a lot of effort into research and marketing, how to create the allies of the food store, so that you go there and try to buy as much as possible. IKEA made it perfectly. You have to almost walk through whole store before you can go to a checkout. So you can buy more and more things that you don't really need, but well, guess what? They put it in the special order. This is everything crafted by some kind of scientist. Not just randomly put there, okay, let's put kitchen here, bedroom there. No, it's everything according to a plan, so that you can buy more and more and more. So the less we know about our brain and about our programs that are pre-installed for us, the less power we have over ourselves, the less freedom we have, the more we are just controlled by others and what they tell us. Knowledge is power. This code is simple yet powerful. Knowledge is exactly power. The more knowledge you have, the better you are. Just look at the mass media. Most of the time in the mass media, in the news, they are showing some kind of the threats, some kind of accidents. something negative happened here and there. So that we are in the constant stress. We go into this protection mode. We cannot relax. Oh my God, there is so much wrong happening around us. How am I still living good? You are grateful for this awesome state that is protecting you from all this stuff happening. But guess what? Even in the mass media, I was listening to the radio not long ago, and they were talking. I live in Poland, and they were talking about some accident that a building collapsed in South Korea. That's on the other side of the globe. But since they are doing the news every hour, they probably didn't have any information negative information to pass. So they found something happened in the South Korea. Going this way, we can always find something negative in the news. We can also find some positive things. Someone, I don't know, survived the cancer treatment, get rid of the cancer. But no, they are not telling that on the national media that much. They mostly focus on the negative stuff, put you in the stress, put you in the fight or flight mode. But the programs can be changed. The more you know about how this functions, how the manipulation works, what programs you were put as a child, the wrong programs, you can then change them. They can be changed. Okay, you may ask, okay, I had a program, okay, accept that I can change the programs. But what about my genes? Genes cannot be changed, right? Well, I was given the genes by my parents, and now what? I have to live with them. Again, this is wrong. This is a very old knowledge that was already debunked. Genes are only the blueprints of what may happen in your body, of what may develop in your own body. It is not the genes that manage us, but the brain manages these genes. The brain sends information to genes and tells them to activate or deactivate a particular gene. So just by having a given gene is not equal to having a particular condition, disorder, disability, doesn't matter. Most of our DNA its main role is to activate or deactivate the genes. We are the architects of our genetic management. Well, there is a special term for this. It's called epigenetics. Try to find out how many people in your surroundings know about this, know about epigenetics, know about this simple term. Well, in my surrounding, not many have heard of it. Not many people understand what this means. What this is all about. Epi means over, above. So it's above genes, above genetics. And guess what? Our rulers know exactly that epigenetics is in place and is working, and they try to make everything they can so we become enslaved and remain in this enslaved condition. So that we have programs that are perfect for our enslavement, in our slave condition mentality. This is an incredible weapon that is used against us because we don't know about this. We have no knowledge about it. We spread it to no one. Mostly, there is not in the schools anywhere. Basically, they learn you nothing about this. They tell you that you have genes and genes can do this and that, but they don't tell you can deactivate given genes. So the world right now is based on the rivalry more than a cooperation. Where do you see the cooperation happening? Everywhere in the school, in the work, is about competition and for resources. Never the cooperation, always competition. It leads to destruction. Just like, for example, we live in this biblical Eden, and we are competing for resources. We try to, okay, this is my tree, this is my wood, my river, and people start fighting for it, compete against cooperation to bring joy and good for everyone. We just compete for those resources. And guess what? It will lead to a destruction. And compare to our today's world. Where do we have? More in the cooperation or in the competition? We are in the competition stage, and everything will lead to is destroying our own freedom and our own planet. We are too much focused on this competition that we don't see that cooperation is even possible. we are put into this victim role that takes our responsibility from us. If you're in the victim mentality, you always think, okay, this happened to me. This is the fault of my parents, of my teacher. They didn't teach me that. I was living in a bad neighborhood. Didn't have the opportunities that other kids from other neighborhoods has. Well, okay, you may not have had this, but still, you can change it. You as an adult, it's all the opportunity, all the means to change it. For example, you can, I don't know, go into some kind of the hypnosis. You can go into meditation, work on meditation to understand yourself better and fix it. You can go into ETF. That's just examples of how you can treat yourself. There are many ways you can do and remove bad programming and insert good programming. Reprogram yourself. You can learn about epigenetics. You can go share this knowledge. Without sharing this knowledge, we will be moving nowhere towards freedom. So I hope you found this video interesting, and I will see you in the next one. I'm Arek, and as always, can visit me on my website, tridentofreedom.com. See you.